Hello and welcome back to the Circuit Media Podcast with me, Billy Boy Fabian. Today we are joined by heavyweight Tonio the Ox. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I'm all good. Yourself? All good?
Brilliant, mate. Absolutely brilliant. Buzzing to talk to you, mate, because
Yeah.
you've just got onto the Fight Club Promotions Not a Champions show, where you will be fighting for the novice heavyweight title against Rory McElhenney. How you feeling about that?
Yeah, I'm feeling really good. To be honest, I appreciate the phone call because I remember waking up early in the morning before I had work and I had a message from you saying I need to speak to you importantly. And I thought, what's happened? And then I've been told, like, I'm a replacement because I knew I was going to be the replacement. Something went wrong. But, you until you get that phone call, you're being told, look, it's actually going to happen. So, yeah, I'm over the moon. I mean, it's a relate replacement, but to be honest, that doesn't mean Roy's going to have an easy night, mate. That does not
Yeah.
mean to say he's going to have an easy night. I mean, I don't know too much about Rory. I mean, I'm guessing he's fought on your shows before, so he's a decent bloke to be fighting on your shows, and he seems like a tough person. So I'm not going to, trash talk him. But one thing is for sure, I might be a late replacement, Bill, but it's gonna be fireworks on that night, mate. April the
No,
4th is going to be fireworks.
I'm looking forward to it. We're going to rewind a little bit, and we're going to go back to how did you get into the fight game? What got you started in boxing?
So what happened is when I was younger, I had a friend that went to boxing, and I want to big him up. His name's I still speak to him today. Joshua Ball, his name was. He was a Midlands champion when he was younger, and one time he was going to boxing and that, and then like I was hearing he was winning fights, and I was thinking like, I want to have a go at this. Where'd you do boxing? And he took me down to a boxing gym when he was young called Studio. Used to be a boxing gym called Studio. There had some good champions from there, and I met some great people from there. And then I started training down there really, and then I started boxing because I was always a big lad for my age. I couldn't really get matched up when I was younger, but I was always like training and sparring. And then people said to me like, "You've got fast hands for a big bloke, man. You need to take this on board." He says like, "You got really quick hands." People used to say to me, "You got fast hands. How would you do it?" And I'm like, "I don't know myself." So I think it was a bit natural. And then I started to have a few fights and that I won, and then I won a few, and then I lost the odd one here and there. And then, to be fair, Bill, you get a bit older and you start going up partying and things. Your life starts to change a bit, don't it? You go out, you start meeting people. You start meeting girls on nights out and things, and then you don't want to worry about training anymore. And then one day I realised, hold on a minute, I need to maybe have one more last go at this. One last push to say I've done it again. Bill. So here I am, and I'm ready to give it one last shot.
No, listen, it's amazing because you could have easily forgot about boxing and never gone back to it. And I've always I got into boxing really late, and I think, do you know what I mean? Sometimes the time is just right. We spoke a
Yeah,
while ago when I was already matching the show. I'd already matched most of the show, most of my heavyweights, and I said to you, I can get you a matchup, but I feel like you should just be patient because I feel like, do you know what I mean? You're a very, very good replacement for this heavyweight fight. I thought you were the perfect if
yeah,
one of them happened. And unfortunately, Cal Woodfield had to withdraw. So you were the first person I called. Now, not a lot of people would have seen you before. You've got a very unorthodox but effective style for a heavyweight. You don't
yeah.
hit a heavyweight. Um,
Nah, do you know what, Bill? I want to pick up one of my new coaches that I've got on board, Michael Kennelly. Michael Kennelly.
Best
I'm
in the game.
training. I'm training with Michael Kennelly now, mate, and I've been with Michael Kennelly now for around 3 months. I've been training with him, and when we started sparring, he said to me, he says, "Antonio, mate," he says, "if we get this right, mate," he says, "we really are going to do some upsets, and we really are going to cause some damage because," he says, "with your speed, mate, and the skill that you do and some of the moves you do for a big bloke," he says, "Antonio," he says, "even I'm sitting here with a question mark thinking, how's this happening?" You know.
Yeah.
And to be fair, since I've been training with Marco Kennelly, mate, he's really, really helped me out, but not just helped me out physically, mentally. Because
Yes.
he when I was training with Marco, since I've been training with Marco Kennelly, when we've been training together, he's been doing the training with me at the same time. And he's going, "Antonio, try this, try that." And then he's took me on the pads and stuff. And he's saying, "Look, I want you to try this, I want you to try that." And I'm going, "Michael, you know, you're trying to make me even faster than I already bloody am. And I'm already fast already, you know. And I'm thinking, Michael, if you get me even faster than you are, mate, and than I already am, and to the point I'm even going to be as probably as fast as someone like you in your own weight category. I says, Mike, I says, I think we're going to struggle to get matched up eventually if we can,
Yeah.
because we'll be so quick that people are thinking he's got hands like Amir Khan and he's built like Anthony Joshua.
You're going to become the avoided man. Now, listen,
Yeah,
there's very exciting fights for you. I'm telling you now, some of the heavyweights that we've got, plus on the circuit right now, I can see you in some very, very exciting fights. Talking about exciting fights, I'm going to remind the fans on April the 4th, you fight for the currently vacant novice heavyweight title against Rory McElhenney. It's going to be a very exciting fight. Rory's not fought for Fight Club yet. He's had a few fights before, but he's never fought for us. So this will
yeah,
be your first times fighting on our platform. I think this has got all the ingredients to be a very, very exciting tear up at heavyweight. I mean,
yeah,
you've got two boys that can bang, two big lads that can bang. You move like you're a lightweight. And you know what I mean? Rory just comes to fight. So I do see this being an absolute gem on the night, and people want to come and buy the tickets.
yeah.
Um, so you say you're training at Kennelly's gym now. How long have you sort of been? Because obviously you only got the phone call, I think, 2 days ago. So your training camp starts now. But have you been in training previous to this?
I've been in training now, Bill, since January.
Yes, good man.
Since January, and I've stayed in the gym. I've been there most days of the week. You know, most days I've been there, Bill, honestly. And even even away from the gym, I've been like getting my eating a lot better, which has been a lot better, a lot more healthier, and my running as well. And I want to shout out to someone as well, mate, who's really out me at my boxing as well behind the scenes. A guy called Kevin McCauley. Um, I used to do a bit of boxing with him when I was younger, and he was an ex-journeyman boxer. Kevin McCauley was, Bill. He had over 200 and some fights. He's boxed all over the country. He won the Midlands. He fought for the English, and he only lost that by 1 point. And he's been an absolute diamond behind the scenes, Bill. We still keep in contact today. He still checks up on me. I check up on him to make sure he's all right. And he's one of the reasons, Bill, I got back into boxing was him. And he really like dug deep with me. He says, "Come on, Lance, if you're gonna do it, you got to do it now. You got to start doing this. You got to start doing that." And he told me the truth, Bill. He told me what I didn't want to hear. He'd say, "Look, Antonio, you're lazy. You need to do this. You need to start doing that, mate." And I did start to do it. And he says, "Look, you're starting to do it now. It's starting to pay off." And I'm going, "Yeah, it is." You know. So I've got to give him a big shout out, Bill, because if it weren't for him behind the scenes, mate. Behind the scenes, sometimes, Bill, is what people look at in front of you, but they don't realise there's stuff behind the scenes. And him
Yeah,
being one of them was one of the reasons, Bill, I got back into it, mate. Give it one last push. He gave me that belief, mate. Because he didn't
yeah.
start boxing until he was about 27 himself, and he turned pro at 30. Went on to have 200 and something fights, Bill. You know what I mean?
That's very, very impressive. I started boxing at 27 myself, and yeah,
Yeah.
that's some record. That is. Do you feel like being back involved with boxing and the day-to-day life in the gym? Do you think it helps with your mental health? That discipline,
Oh,
keeping it
Bill.
grounded?
Bill, sometimes I have to look myself in the mirror and ask one and make sure I'm still me again, Bill. I feel like a different person since I've gone back to the gym, Bill. I feel like a different person.
Whenever I speak to you, you always seem like a very confident, happy man, and I feel like that's because you're in this gym life and you've got that discipline. I'm the same. If I'm not involved in boxing,
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know myself. When
You
I'm
know
in the
what, Bill, mate? You know what, Bill? Speaking of mental health, right? I do a thing with my friend, and you remember him? You went to school with him, Michael McCleary.
yeah, good lad, good
One of my
friend.
that man, God, Bill, he's like one of my best friends in the whole world, mate. And we do a thing called Walk and the Talk. Me and one of our other pals called Liam. We do a thing called Walk and the Talk, and we just go for walks around the lakes, and we just talk about day to day life, Bill. And there's been days where my mental health has been at its worst, and I'm saying, Mike, let's go for a walk, and we'll go for a walk, and afterwards, Bill, I feel $1 million. And he's one of the reasons as well behind the scenes, Bill. I've been managed to keep myself alive and breathing, and just like I say, alive and breathing, but like as in like keeping the mental health right and keeping myself active and going. It's because of him as well, mate. And that's why I want to get this fight and with this win. If I can win this fight, mate, I want to tribute it to people like himself to say, yeah, I have got back on my feet and done it, and you guys have helped me, and they're coming to the show as well. So I've got to really put a good show for them as well, mate. For the ones that are about me at my worst times, Bill.
No, that's absolutely, really, genuinely amazing for me to hear. I try and do as much work with men's mental health as I possibly can, and that way you do a walk and a talk. That's genuinely amazing. It's the simple little things that you can do with people close to you that can make the biggest difference. I always say to people, keep supporting and keep talking. Do you know what I mean? Keep supporting each other, keep talking to each other, and you end up in situations like you're going to be in a month's time, possibly lifting above your head a Novice
Yeah.
heavyweight title and
And you
beginning
know
your.
what, Bill? That's for everyone that's ever supported me, helped me, and for people that have always believed me, even at my worst, man. And the least I can do is for them to come to the show and win that, Bill. For me,
Yeah,
that's humbly amazing, mate. You know what I mean? And I've always said I've said to them all, I said, listen, come and support me because now this is my time now to get what's mine's back. And for me to win this novice heavyweight title, you know, it's nice to have it, Bill. And throughout my
yeah.
hard times, I'm showing my friends and people that look, you can be at rock bottom and come back again. And look, you can even get a title if you get it right. You just got to put the
This
work in now.
this sport is a beautiful sport. Like we accept everybody. Do you know what I mean? We accept
Yeah,
everybody, and it will fix everybody. Do you know what I mean? For me,
yeah.
boxing is an amazing sport. As soon as you both step in that ring, your families are going to be proud of you no matter what. And then the Pierre de Resistance is that belt you lift above your head. It's going to be an amazing night. And
It's
like I
gonna
say,
be a good night, Bill.
yeah,
It's
start of
gonna
an
be a
amazing
good night,
journey.
Bill.
On the night, we have our first ever prize fighter tournament on the night. We've got some really, really exciting fights. We'll be crowning our first ever female champion. So, guys, £35 the tickets are. All table tickets are now gone. We only have standard tickets available. Fight Club Promotions has, we call it the Fight Club family. So, it'll be the first time a lot of your fans will be coming to one of our events, and they'll be joining a brand new family. It's an amazing atmosphere. We just focus on we call ourselves a bunch of weirdos that just love violence. That's all it is. Do you know what I mean? Just get us all together. We have a good night. But no, listen, it's been really good catching up with you. I do want you to end. I know you thanked a few people. I'll leave the end for you for you to thank, etc. I just want to remind everyone, Tonio the Ox will be making his debut on Fight Club Promotions April 4th at the Tyseley Working Men's Club. Come and support the man because he's at the very beginning of this really exciting journey. And who knows, that support could be the final touch he needs in this epic, epic encounter. So, yeah, listen, Tonio, at the end now, the floor's yours, mate. Is there anyone else you want to thank? Give a shout out to?
Yeah, I just want to shout out to, all my close friends, even my friends from school, the guys that I speak to on Instagram still today, and people that I know. I mean, shout out to my good pal, Maka, he's been amazing. Wes, Charlotte, Carla, there's so many. I mean, me mate, one of my good close mates, Katie, he's been absolutely brilliant. I mean, one of my good pals, Horse, he's already been ringing me on my back about tickets. It's not me chasing him, it's him chasing me. You know, good friend Kerry, she's been amazing as well. She's been very supportive throughout the whole thing, and loads. And even if I've missed you, my mate Doyle, great look guy, he's really been supportive. And even if I've missed anybody out, don't think I've forgotten you. Come to the show and come and see me, and it's going to be a great night. And I just pray that me and Rory have put on a good show and come out safely at the end. So yeah, boom, it's going to be a good night.
You know what? I was going to ask you if you had a message for Rory, but I feel like it would be that you want to put on a good fight and you
Yeah,
both leave.
it's going to put on a good fight. We're not going to go there and take literally. It's going to be a good war. It's going to put on a good fight. Go for it. Pray we both come out safely. But there's going to be one champion on that night, and that's me. Tonio the Ox is coming away with that belt.
Good man. Good man. I'm really looking forward to meeting you. I'm looking forward to you joining the family. Listen, all respect to you. Tonio the Ox, April 4th, Tyseley Working Men's Club. Make sure you come and support him when he bids to become the brand new champion. Tonio, it's been an absolute pleasure, my man.
Legend,
And I'm
thank you.
very, very soon.
Thanks, Bill.
Cheers,
Cheers,
buddy.
mate.